Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody's really doing well, and I'm just want to see if you guys are able to see the screen as well. Let's go to the chart, guys. And I hope last week was I long BTC, I long ETH. BTC was like 5.5% up, even 6% to be honest, from 16,170, and even Ethereum went up like 3%, and it was like almost 1.5 hour. But I decided to just be in because I just want to play the full setup on ETH and BTC. But as ETH, I over the weekend it hunted my stops. I got stopped out on ETH at 1181, and then I decided to go and take profits on Bitcoin because that stop loss was roughly around 1.6%, and I want to take profits on BTC at 16,550 with a roughly profit of 2.5%, making a net gains of very not big but around 0.9% for on my overall portfolio. Now, I think these are very small gains, but I was just waiting for literally, this big move on the BTC. I was waiting for a retest of 18,500 to 19,200 levels, and that's like a big levels, ladies and gentlemen, because that's retest is going to be most likely a bearish retest, and from there we're most likely expecting to dump more and big dump. So I think the move down that we have watched right now is more like a 5 wave. So now let's go get into the Bitcoin chart, and probably we're then probably going to go and roll forward onto USDT dominance, total 2, total 3, and then probably we'll look for alts charts. Okay, so now before we go to the Bitcoin chart, I was just in the morning, I started my day with like from the chart perspective, I started my day with the Bitcoin CME because yesterday also I was tracking the CME, and CME is holding the 886 Fibonacci levels, which is like 15,470. Amazing levels to hold, actually, ladies and gentlemen. And if you believe me, I think if you are looking for like a big move, move from here itself, like 17 to 18% move, you can literally start longing from here itself and probably start building your longs. But I decided to go for one more move down because we have a CME gap up there, and it's like a big gap from 16,520 to 16,225, like a $500 gap or $300 gap. So it's like I decided to probably just have one more week down because the structure that I'm watching right now, it looks to me like a bullish wolf waves. And look at the CME RSI as well. Even the RSI, you see, making a very interesting bullish divergence over here. You see, now you just want to see a double bullish divergence, and that's exactly where the market is going to pump big. So you already got one bullish divergence. Now what you want is another bullish divergence like this, a double bullish divergence. You form a nice pendant over here. Boom. That's how you want to see the RSI playing out, and how you want to see the price. So basically the RSI don't make lower lows but make higher lows kind of a structure, and the price makes lower lows with low volume, practically dead volume. And that's exactly we're most likely going to either sweep the lows of 15,260, that's what I believe, and go towards the levels of 15,190. Now if you look at from the perspective of the big 0.886 fibs, I think I haven't checked it yet, but let us just do it. So we come to know some conclusion. 0.886. That's fairly around 15,270 levels. I think that is amazing. I mean, I think we're gonna most likely have a double bottom, or like we might be bottom as well. I'm not sure if we're gonna go for one more week down. That's where I'm gonna bid. For sure I'm gonna bidding, because most likely this move that we are watching, because look at the structure that you have here, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at the structure. How many? Excellent connection, perfect. So look at the structure, guys. You got like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 waves up. Okay, understand what I'm trying to say. It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 waves up. Clearly you see the 5 waves, and this 3 waves, you see the volume was pretty much high over here. That's like a clean wave 3 over here. Clear. And now what you saw when we were dumping, another 5 waves that you saw. It's a pretty much bullish wolf waves that we got, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then you got a 5 waves, yalla. So what happens is, after the 5 waves you got, that moves like a, and then you got A, B and C for the wave B over here. And then what happened is you're gonna see the 5 waves on the downside, correct? But then we don't get any 5 waves. So clearly what it indicates that this is not B. So that clearly indicates that this move is small a, intermediate A, and this is this move that we are watching is wave B right now, and you're gonna get the wave C up like this. So that's exactly the plan for, you know, the BTC. I mean, that's like a B, wave C right now, which is in progress, and then you're gonna have a big wave C. So that's gonna be like wave A for like a yellow one, big wave A, big wave B, and then big wave C. So pretty much everything sums up with the CM. It looks amazing to me. That's what I'm trying to say. And the invalidation levels are very clear to me. 14,900 over the CME. And you know, my stops I gave you at 14,750 is just for a reason, because I'm not sure how the, you know, perhaps are going to react. So the CME stop invalidation is 14,935. We might not go there, but the problem is I'm not sure how the perhaps are going to react, because I just gave you the long only and only on the basis of, you know, perhaps. So I'm not sure how exactly the perhaps are going to react, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, that's the reason, you know, I'm just bidding 1 to 72 and 138 Fibonacci levels. I mean, that's exactly I'm bidding. I'm just doing this slightly front run, as I mentioned, 15,250 or 15,270 something levels. But that's exactly I'm going to bid something like this over here. So pretty much, you know, I just want one more dip. You know, that's what I expect. One more dip like this towards the levels, make a very interesting bullish divergence over here, and a very interesting falling wedge, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And once you get this 5 waves on the downside with a very interesting double bullish divergence. I mean, look at the BTC USD on the you know, RSI, as well on the 1 hour chart. You already got one bullish divergence which is in play, and you know, most likely we are just have a small up. I mean, gonna have a bearish divergence, and then we'll have another bullish divergence over here. There's like a double bullish divergence, and then boom. And hence, you know, I just want that move on the downside one more time before we just you know, have a move on the upside. So if you're interested to short the BTC on the lower term time frame, so where are we going to short, ladies and gentlemen? So I think the short levels are most likely going to be somewhere around $15,945 to $16,000, and from there probably you can just have a play like 5 to 6%. Your stop loss should be very tight. I'm not gonna take this short, but if you really want to play the short, I think your stop loss should be 16,050. Very tight stop loss. Don't go big on this, but this is like a very tight scalp, and this scalp looks amazing as well, because you know what I think is most likely we're gonna do something like this: A, B, C, and then boom, something like this. That's how I would like to see the BTC USD or the perhaps. I mean, this is how I see the market is going to roll over. Sorry, and yeah, I think this is my LTF, very LTF, like 15 minutes plan on the BTC. Now the HTF plan is still remain intact. That, you know, most likely this is like a medium term plan that I'm expecting a $18,500 bearish retest. Overall, if you look at from the big perspective that we have here on the BTC, guys, we have a range broken. Okay, see, we have a big range. We need to have a retest of the range that we have broken down. So you want to have a retest and then probably have a move on the downside towards 12,500. Probably you can even go to $10,000. But I'm not saying that we can go here. But if we start rolling above, you know, this 18,500, then the game is gonna change, and probably it's gonna be like the bottom is in. Because if you look at it from the perspective of the you know, the Bitcoin CME, it clearly had, you know, 3 waves, 1, 2, and 3. So it just had a 3-wave structure. Ideally that shouldn't be have 3 waves. It should be like a 5-wave structure. So but if this is like a 3-wave structure, guys, then we have a big problem, because the problem is going to be very intimidating and very big, because it's just going to do something like this. Then it's going to take the liquidity up till here. Every liquidity is going to be grabbed up till here, like $23,000. I mean, if this is like a big ABC, you know, A, B, C, or maybe like a WXY even. But I don't think this is like ABC. So because the move is not yet done, we are still in the mid move right now. So you want to see the lower term time frame bullish divergence forming, one more move down towards 15,270 to $15,100. Your invalidation level is 14,750. Hard invalidation level is 14,900. That's a clean hard invalidation. You know, it's a very hard invalidation. So, and you get a bounce towards bearish retest of 18,400. That's like a bearish retest, and you get one more sweep down like this. That's gonna be clean. If you do get the one more sweep down, most likely I will be saying that this is our very interesting you know, diagonal. Then it's gonna confirm that we are very bullish. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Amazing if you do get this like of a move, guys. Do not miss this move. I'm definitely gonna buy it. It can probably go towards 1,272. Let's assume that we get this move upside towards $18,500. Now let's say if we do get this move up for the $18,500, and this is our bottom. This is the CME chart again, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a perpeps. So the perpeps might not see these kind of numbers that I'm explaining you. So don't confuse yourself. The perpeps are different. The CME chart is different. The CME is more reliable from the perspective of the wave counts, from the perspective of the price action, because it don't have any sort of choppiness. It don't not choppiness, but it don't have any sort of a manipulation on the weekend. So hence the CME is more likely prevails from the EW perspective over the other perpeps. But of course we definitely do the perpeps chart as well. But right now I have the CME. I think CME looks more and more reasonable, looks more clearer to me. I'm not looking for any sort of a biasness kind of a move, but yeah, it looks definitely looking great. The 1618 can go to the 1618 as well. So practically from here we can, the first move should be around 13,965 to 13,580, and can even go for something like this towards 12,730 as well. And that is going to be very, very amazing if you do get this move. If you do happen to get this move, would be very, very amazing, because this is your wave 1 clearly. And that's something like we just most likely going to see something like this. If it do happen to give this move, that's going to be bullish wolf waves. Wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2, wave 3 here. It's a formation A, B, C, wave 4, and then 5 waves here going down to 12,000. Max it can go to 12,730 if it does forming a nice diagonal kind of a structure. And once it does break out, accumulate there, and reclaim it, and boom. It's not gonna happen very quickly. It's gonna take lot of time for accumulation sideways. Gonna test everyone's patience, make them feel that khalas, Bitcoin is done, and it's just going to dump more and more and go to zero. Of course it's gonna happen. Because the reversal is not gonna be quick reversal. It's not gonna happen like in a in a tip of iceberg. No, it's not gonna happen like that. Boom. No, it's not gonna happen like that. It's just gonna go sideways. Make everyone believe that it's dead. We're gonna dump. It's a matter of time. It's gonna break this, and out of nowhere it's just gonna pump. So it's gonna take weeks and weeks time. So I don't expect November to be any crazy. It's already red, and I do expect November to most likely close around. We might get a November end pump towards 18,525, and December probably gonna further squeeze down towards the lows. And for I think January is going to be interesting for everyone. The Q1 2023, ladies and gentlemen. So be ready for that. Q1 2023 is coming. So overall, my hard-term time frame perspective is this is what I see on the BTC, ladies and gentlemen. But it's gonna take its own sweet time for accumulation. It's gonna definitely gonna take its own sweet time. Now, if you like my work and would like to support, do trade on Bybit, ladies and gentlemen. The referral link is mentioned in my Twitter profile as well as in the YouTube channel. And if you like to join me in and trading, do join Walsh Wealth Group. Amazing community we have, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Now, let's move on from the Bitcoin CME towards the most important chart that I would like to tell you is BVOL. Now, if you see here, the volatility index literally had a nice pump. Okay, and now what do you mean by that? I mentioned few minutes back that a big move is coming. Now we already got a pump like here, and we are going to reject, which I personally believe that we are going to most likely dump with the low volume, low volatility, make RSI bullish divergence, and there the big pump is going to happen. So the big move is going to be $18,525 retest, and probably even it can go to 18,900 as well, and that will be our shorts, and our longs will be 15,270. I would love to be wrong on this long as well, but I have a plan. I'm going to play it. So far we have been successful, and we have nailed this bear market the way we have traded. Of course, you might think that last week I was just literally into Bitcoin long and Ethereum long. I was just waiting for it to just do something, and it didn't do anything. So so yeah, when I am long, I just stay patient and let the things plays out. And I did not take much of a short. Chili's was my best shorts, if you ask me. This is something I also mentioned. It's gonna go there 26.5 to 28 cents, reject, and then dump. It's not yet done. It's gonna bounce now. So it already is finishing its wave 1 or wave A over here. as we have swept the lows, most likely gonna go towards 1680, and from there I'm expecting a reversal and retest of 23.5. So you can imagine, you're gonna get a pump like crazy, 34% pump on the chilies. That's the pump you're gonna get it, and probably that will be the interesting factor. Now that's like a range highs for you guys, that's a range lows for you guys. So you got the deviation up, you got a deviation down, and once it reclaims these levels, boom, it's gonna pump. That's gonna mean that this is A, B, and C. However, if it rejects the levels that I mentioned, for rejection is 23.5. If it do happens to reject that levels again, it's gonna dump. So I think I'm gonna bet on chilies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give you a long on chilies. Just remind me, I don't forget. I'm just gonna put my alerts on that as well, because chilies definitely should be our scalp, even if it's not like a swing, but it should be scalp, because I do think that it can have a nice move on the upside, ladies and gentlemen. So along with the Bitcoin, so Bitcoin to 18,500 and chilies to probably, it can do have a nice pump up towards 23.5, because it's inside out. It's a higher, not higher highs, but lower highs, higher lows, higher highs, and now we have broke the structure. So it's an inside out pattern. But the inside out pattern would be confirmed if we are not going above the levels of 23.5. So I'm just going to put a resistance line over here for 23.5. That's our invalidation of the upside. So that's a downside downturn. I'm just going to write it downturn. Okay, a invalidation. So invalidation. Hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Now, if you look at from the perspective of fibs over here as well, we're just going to probably bid 786 and 702 fibs. Okay, that's the most logical place for Bitcoin to bounce. 786 is already bounced there, so forget about it. Now we're just going to move one step down towards 886. So 15.8 makes more sense to me. And from there, a pump up towards 23.5. So I'm just going to give a long at 15.8. That makes more sense. And the move down is a clean A, B, C, B. And this is wave 1. Wave 2 is most likely going to be 23.5. And because, look at from the perspective of the fibs line, that's exactly where the levels where 702 fibs would coincide. Even if I have to draw the fibs from the, I look at the 618, but I'm just going to 702. That's a liquidity pool. So basically, between these levels is a liquidity pool. That's why most likely I'm going to short it, and it's just going to do something like this towards 0.07. Now flip these levels, and as I mentioned, it can pump up towards 40 cents as well. So now I have invalidation levels for everything, for like chilies, upside, downside, everything. So you have invalidation, tight invalidation level is 15.5. That's your tight invalidation levels for chilies, and the long should be somewhere from 16 cents to 15.8. That's where exactly the long should be. Invalidation level is 15.5. Remember, and it looks amazing, amazing. Now let's talk about the algo. I wanted to short algo. I want to have one more move up, but anyways, I mean, as I always has to say that till we are inside this blue line, it's a very, very tight invalidation, ladies and gentlemen. Now the plan should be for algo going forward, because we are right now, the FIFA has started, and it's all like a meme. I'm nobody's now interested in the crypto at the moment, because the market has fucked a lot of people. The big institutions are getting fucked, and that's not a good sign. So let's just look at from the perspective of fibs. Yeah, it almost reached like a 786, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it perfectly reached, but the 786 is too high. So I'm not sure if it's a 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is a 3 ABC 4. This is like a 5 aims. So the structure that I see here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 3 ABC. That's a 4, and we are right now doing 5. So most likely we'll be sweeping this lows, and it's a big lows of 22 cents. That's a deviation. I think a deviation I'm going to long, because look at the range lows that we have here. Any deviation inside 22.33 is for longing, is what I think for algo. So 22.33, remember guys, and I do expect a bounce. A bounce can be 5%, 6%, 10%, or even big bounce towards 25%. So a move from here towards a sweep of the lows is still 4 to 6%. So I think that downside move is coming, and anywhere close to 22 cents to 21 cents is what I'll be eyeing for longs. I'm just going to set an alarm, and I'm just going to link it to Bybit so that I get it on Bybit as well, because Bybit have the trading view setup, So ZEC guys, ZEC 35 cents to 34 cents is my long zone. I've already discussed it, and I think it's bottoming on a very big scale, guys. A very big levels for ZEC. I've already explained my heart on time frame perspective on ZEC. One more move down and then pump it up towards 49 cents. Very intimidating. 42% move can come on ZEC, guys. If you not want long, you can just play spots. Buy $1,000 ZEC. You can make $500 profit, easy peasy. So that's what, and your risk reward should be if it goes 10% down, exit. That's it. $100 to $500. So risk reward is 5. Amazing, no? So Ethereum, guys. Ethereum, my plan was 886, 1103. We did get a bounce from 1103, if you know that, towards weekly open, but the weekly open rejected. Now it's like the plan is irregular, expanded, flat. We are going to sweep the lows. We're going to go towards a big levels of 1058. So we're gonna go do something like this. We're gonna sweep the lows along with the BTC. We're gonna have the lows sweep, and then probably gonna have some sort of a big move on the upside. So we're gonna sweep the lows clearly. So right now, nothing to check about it. That's all, guys. And I'll be connecting probably for a live in next 1 hour on the Discord. So be there, and we're gonna discuss some more also. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.